On time today. Let's get it.
Glasses or no glasses?
Oh man. Put the glasses on. What's up, everybody? We are Heir BnB.
Where the B stands for Brittany.
And Basil.
Welcome to the Empire. If you like reviews like you'll see in this video, reactions, games, all the cute little couple things, and you want to inherit all of this wealth that we will be bringing to you, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button below. And don't forget to press the notification bell as well. That way you don't miss out.
Blow that bell.
And let's get into the video.
So today we are reviewing The Challenge, Season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies. Episode 3, Truth or Dare. This episode was crazy. We had some more Tori versus the rest of the vets. The Lions thing, a little teasing with that, some more of that. More of Emmanuel and Michelle. Every episode we get a little bit more of a breadcrumb between them.
Yeah.
Big T is having a little problems today with the vets too.
I'm so annoyed. Like, Tori, lay off my girl. Every time I start to feel like I like Tori a little bit because I try to get over the stuff she's done, it's like...
It's kind of annoying.
Now you're like bothering... Leave her alone.
But don't you think they got a point to where, like, okay, yeah, she is being friendly with the rookies so much so
I knew
it does kind of look away like, what's up? Are you with us or are you with them? Can we tell you something?
It's gonna bite her in the butt eventually, but it's so early. But like, what do you expect? She's in a house with other people that she can relate to, so of course she's gonna gravitate more towards them. She feels like she's on the bottom or at the top of the list as far as when they're ready to get rid of vets. So she already feels like she's at the top of their list, so why can't she have conversations with people in the house that she likes?
That's why instead of aligning up with the enemy who they trying to get rid of, you're supposed to politic your way to getting a little bit further from that list, man. Be fake with them. The challenge is about winning money, not making friends. And she trying to make friends. She might have just screwed herself up. This episode also goes a little bit more deeper into that love triangle between Nelson, Ashley,
Is it
and
really
Berna.
a love triangle anymore? Because he just
did
about Ashley.
You would never even know this. It was this season they was talking. You thought it was another. You would never think it was just last episode.
Literally, like they were cool, and then all of a sudden, it's like you don't even hear Ashley come out of his mouth anymore. It's always him and Berna together, hugged up, like, and Ashley just kind of they edit her in, like, you know, looking like she's
they're
jealous.
together.
I just cannot believe that he just completely just forgot Ashley who.
For real, and it's just like, it's just done over with. What are they gonna do when they go back to Texas?
I know.
Apparently they neighbors, right? Well, that's what he said. She might not have to move for him, but they neighbors. So that's gonna be awkward.
I mean, that's
Berna coming to visit.
Oh, I hope not. It's not gonna go past this. It's just somebody to cuddle up to. But he had that person.
Nelson and Ashley better not win, and then they let the winner pick if they're gonna split the money with their partner again.
Oh gosh, she could be Ashley Millionaire Mitchell again. Devin gave her a new name this season.
Yeah, he did.
Ashley Meltdown Mitchell.
Speaking of Devin, it seems is really trying to keep the vet group together and trying to keep people from making decisions that would like mess up the alliance. Corey L is feeling the pressure. He feels like his name is going to be called, and I think he's the first one of the rookies to bring attention to the fact that the vets keep putting in rookies into elimination.
They showed him saying that first, then they showed Michelle, so they're catching on to what's going on.
But is it
obvious.
Too late is the question. Has enough damage been done that they can't turn back now?
Well, looks like, I don't want to talk about next episode because we haven't seen that yet, but it looks like going into episode 4, it all might start taking a 360 because it looks like they're going to start going against each other, so it might be crumbling.
Definitely looks like that. At least that's what it's teasing, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of other little love connections going on, it looks like Tori and Ed might be starting one. Well, at least Tori is liking on Ed. You didn't catch the after show, but I did. And Amanda mentioned that Tori does like Ed, but Ed, he wasn't even thinking about a crush on Tori. He was literally just sharing the cabbage with her. That's all he was thinking about. But apparently Tori does like Ed.
Hey, so Tori Kells just left.
Exactly. Just when you thought that she wasn't going to find a new love, here she is. Ed is cute, so I don't blame her.
I don't know about that, but I like his personality. He a cool dude. I feel like he'll be somebody I could hang with.
Exactly. Yeah, she was like, she loves his positivity, so of course that's added on to his look. So she's like loving him. He is just kind of just he thinks, you know, they're just good partners. So that happened, and then, like we were saying earlier, with Big T situation, she's not being filled in on the plans with the vet, so now it's starting to look like they're not trusting her. And even Fessy said, he was like, well, I didn't know where you stood with Kels and with the other rookies,
right.
So
because she was wondering why they didn't tell her about Kels,
yeah,
why the decision to get rid of him.
And now she's like, she doesn't trust them, so hopefully it doesn't turn into anything crazy and they don't break the vet alliance, because Big T needs to stay. But yeah, with all that being said, we're going to get into the daily challenge of this episode, which was called
CK Recon.
CK Recon. This one looks crazy. So TJ explained it, but it was...
TJ was out of breath. He was walking. They showed clips of TJ walking because the agents were walking from another direction. They showed TJ walking to meet him up at the spot. He was explaining the rules, but really Anissa explained the rules.
Yeah, Anissa explained it like
she explained it again for us because it sounded like TJ was out of breath or something.
There were 2 bombs. 2 teams were going against each other, so one person had to swim down to get their bomb from the ocean, and then their second bomb was inside of the cave, so they had to go swim in the cave to get that one.
First, they had to jump off the cliff.
Oh, the first part of the
2 teams,
challenge.
4 people up there.
Duh.
You're right.
They were all at the top of a 30-foot cliff and had to jump off the cliff and dive into the water.
And Huey was nervous.
Huey was hilarious.
Him and Ashley versus Anissa and Logan, they were the first teams to go against each other.
Once they got both of the bombs, they had to swim to the jet ski wave runner, and then that took them to a checkpoint. But then once it stopped, they had to swim the rest of the way to these podiums where they had to deactivate their bombs. Yeah, so they swam to the beach, and whoever did it the fastest wins.
Now this challenge was kind of like you only as good as your partner, because you both have to carry a bomb. So even if you going very well, going crazy fast swimming or whatever, you get your bomb, you jump off that cliff, go down that water, get your bomb, still got to expect your partner to get theirs. And that's what happened in this first round, where it really looked like Huey, even though he was scared at first and throwing up, he was swimming fast. He said it was out of fear. Him and Ashley got on the jet ski first. They were zooming off. And all they had to do was make it on. He made it onto the beach. He put his bomb down first. But Ashley was straggling along. And Anissa and Logan beat them. Pop, pop, put theirs on. They won. Huey and Ashley lost. Whole time she was talking about that round. But the whole time Ashley was talking about, I need a new partner, while he was all scared and stuff. Turns out she's the one who ended up costing it for the team, so you never know.
That's how it always works out.
You never know.
She talked about him so bad, and he's the one that basically could have won that round for them, but she was so out of breath that she couldn't even keep up with him. So next up was Michelle and Coriel and Tori and Ed. Nothing too crazy happened with them, except for Michelle didn't even realize she was gushing blood down her face.
Messed all her stuff up.
Yeah, I guess like her nose got busted, but she pushed through. She did it.
She didn't even know.
She didn't even know. And Corey was like, I'm not going to tell her because I don't want her to freak out and then lose it.
The right thing to do.
But she probably wasn't anyway. I feel like with her personality, she would have just been like, okay, I'll deal with this after the challenge.
Tori and Ed, they won that round against them. They got theirs on first. But she was fine. She got checked on by the doctors. They said that she was good. The next one was a little bit of versus from teammates going against each other from last season. Yeah. Big T, who her partner was Tommy, she was going against CT, who was partnered up with Berner. And this was like the round of nudity.
Like, what the heck happened?
I don't know
what was in happened. That water or in that cave,
People's trunks was coming off this round.
They were literally butt naked.
Unfortunately, only the men, none of the women. Unfortunately.
Well, for Huey, he loved it. He was like,
Huey was having
the
time
best show ever.
So
it was fun for me too, cause CT. But
it started off with CT. His trunk just came down a little bit while he was on the water board, so it was kind of funny because his cheeks was out. But Tommy came out that water. His whole trunks was gone. He had nothing on, just completely naked on the bottom.
Legs.
Like, what happened to this man's trunks? He just walking.
But he had no idea. He said that he just remembers being in the cave, and then all of a sudden he's laying on the ground with medics over him. And
that's not because he was naked. That's because he got a little sick afterwards.
He had a concussion.
Right.
So that's why he didn't remember what happened. But he didn't even know he was naked until, I don't know, I guess he woke up a little bit and then he realized he didn't have any pants on.
Right. First, we didn't know that he had a concussion at that point, but he did pass or he did fall down. Megs had to come check on him. He was throwing up, but he got good. But as the rest of the agents went, we saw Tasha get scared out of her mind.
Oh my God.
She just jumping on Jeremiah. He over here saying, "Get up off me." She wouldn't want to go. They ended up getting disqualified because she was like, "I'm done. I'm not doing this."
Yeah, he was scared too, though. But they were both like drowning. They
Stop
were
drowning me.
He was like, "Get off me, get off me!" And she was literally like pushing his head under the water, and there's waves.
Corey was like, "I'm done."
Yeah, they were a mess.
Corey was like, I hope that they make it."
Yeah,
but he was like, "Bye." I hope y'all
they were
make
gone.
it. Hope they survive
Hope
this.
they're
Bye.
good, but I'm gone.
So yeah, we made it to every single last team member, and TJ let us know who the winners were, which ended up being Tori and Ed. They are safe from elimination, and they, of course, get to choose who they want to go against whoever the rest of the house votes into elimination.
But it was so sad because Corey and Michelle TJ said less than a second. So Corey and Michelle were right behind him, and they needed that because Corey L is already like, he can't rest without feeling like he's going in.
The walls is closing in on him, man. Feel like everybody want him. He a big dude though. He's a threat.
Yeah,
it's got to go.
Not this time.
Not this time. That leads us to Tori feeling herself a little bit. She's got the power. She's talking. Who is she gonna send in? Of course, the first name she throws out is Big T, because she wants to get revenge from last season when Big T made her and Anissa go against each other. To which Devin is like, that don't make no sense. We have this vet alliance. What are you doing? He throws out Emmanuel because he feels like Emmanuel is sneakily sliding by. He's really good and he knows how to play this and is playing dumb, sort of. And he throws out Berna because he just said he doesn't like her.
That girl's weird.
He doesn't like her, but he also said he wants to get Nelson's head back in the game. Nelson is kind of like a love-struck puppy over her the same way Ashley was over him. I guess you want people who don't want you, or I guess she does want him, so I don't know. But he's going harder for her than he went for Ashley, which is fine.
He is, which is so sad.
So then after that, that's when we find out that Tommy has the concussion, and because of that, he is now medically disqualified from the game. He has to go home. It's very disappointing. He was disappointed. A lot of people in the house were disappointed. He was very much liked. But that's another rookie that's gone. Now Big T is without a partner. So what's going to happen?
So now there's 13 rookies and 14 vets.
You know, again, Big T is not with a partner right now. There are no rogue agents this season. First thing I'm thinking is TJ going to have to bring somebody else in again.
I know, I thought so.
We would find that out. But before we can get to that point, we have to go to deliberation where everybody in the house discusses who should go in or why they should not go in.
Really, the only people talking were Tosh and Jeremiah because they already knew that they did bad at the challenge. So people are already saying their names at that point. So they were the only ones that really talked about going in. And then Devin asked his question, well, if not you, then who else?
That was stupid of them to answer that. That was a setup by Devin that they fell for.
Rookies always answer it because they're rookies. So they're going to, they do whatever the vets tell them to do, basically. Tasha throws out Michelle and Corey L. And so that got Corey L fired up because I know he's so tired of going in and trying to prove himself every single time.
He went in one time. It's been 3 eliminations. He just wasn't in the other time. He's being a baby.
I feel like every episode is always going to be him being said for who went in last time.
That was Kels. And I forgot his partner.
Oh yeah, but they were gonna say him, but they ended up not doing. They ended up picking Ed instead. But he's always, regardless, he's always at the top of their list. So then Tori tries to throw out some, if you're not talking, then we're just going to assume that you're talking behind our backs and you can't be trusted. Something crazy she said. I'm like, I know that's targeted towards Big T right now. And Big T already didn't want to say anything.
But she had to say something at that point.
But
she felt that.
At that point she did. She was like, hold up a second.
But it seemed like she wasn't really going off. She was just trying to state, like, I can be friends with them and still play the game. Like, trying to let them know, like, just because I'm friends with them doesn't mean I'm trying to play the game. But the vets really didn't seem like they took it too well.
Because it doesn't look like that. I don't think she's working with them, but it just looks weird that you're working with us, but you're so close to the people that we're trying to get out.
Because how we gonna tell you strategy and then you go and laugh with them all day, and you might be telling them what our strategy is.
But they talk to the rookies too, so why can't she?
But I guess we don't know what happens on the day to day, but maybe she's just extra friendly with them.
She is friendly.
Extra friendly with them versus how they are.
I think she shares a room.
Well, there you go. know she shares room with some of them. She's probably more friendly than they are with the rookies. They know that the guys who are messing with the rookies are messing with them for, stuff, messing around. That's different than being like buddy. And everybody on that end has been together, I guess, maybe longer than she's been with the rest of them. She might be the least vet. I don't know what to say.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because I don't even remember what her first season was, to be honest. Her and Kyle were probably around the same, but I think he's been on more seasons than she has.
Kyle's definitely been on. He came on before her.
Yeah. Anyway, so Big T shares her piece about why can't I have friends and still be, working with you. She didn't say it like that, but she just feels like she should be able to have friends.
That's the principle of the matter. It's the principle. That's just like when the opposite sex, why I can't be friends with this person no more. You be like, it's the principle of the matter. No, I don't. You may not do nothing, but I don't need that. We don't need you in a situation where something could happen.
It doesn't look good, but who are you mad at?
I'm just saying. I'm saying how they feel.
Well, Tori, just like Casey said, she talks too much, and she needs to shut her mouth, and she does.
So then they vote.
She's egging something on. So yeah, they all vote, and no surprise at all. Tasha and Jeremiah are the ones compromised.
They quit. They got disqualified. They quit the daily, so they got to go in, prove themselves.
I don't know if it was the episode or if it was the after show, but Tasha said she did not think that they were even going to be a target because she didn't know that if you do bad in a challenge, then most likely you're going to be the one to get picked. She said she didn't even know that rule.
She didn't even just do bad though. She did not.
She didn't do anything. She didn't even try.
And if you're not trying and you a rookie. Rookies already have a hard. Everybody in the challenge know how to go.
She wasn't thinking
and
like
you a
that.
rookie, you might as well say you done for. Unless they trying to save you for a layup, which I don't think they were trying to save them for no layup.
I don't think they are thinking about layups right now.
Not right now because they got that alliance.
Yeah.
So Tori, afterwards, she goes and talks to Big T and Kyle, and they're trying to see who she's going to put in. She says, well, she's not 100% sure, but she doesn't know who she will put in over Big T, which Kyle rightfully says, well, if you do that, then doesn't that end the vet alliance? Tori's acting like an airhead. She's all like, that would end the alliance?
Smart.
She's like, well, if I put her in, you think that would end the alliance? And Kyle's like, well, I'm not saying that, but other people might feel that way because, if you have an agreement not to throw in any vet until all the rookies are gone, why are you throwing in a vet when there's still rookies there?
And the stupid thing is, she's like, you're the only person that makes sense. Nobody else did anything to me. No, they didn't. None of these people did anything to you, but they're getting voted in because that's what you guys decided to do. Nobody did anything to you. So you have to say their names.
Woo.
Even if you do say a rookie's name, you have 13 other people to back you up. So you shouldn't be afraid of anything or for anybody to come after you. If you put Big T in, then yes, they were all going to come after you. And she does this time and time again. She gets all this power and she just wants to abuse it. And now you're about to mess everything up for everybody else.
Yeah, then after that discussion with them where she hears that, she goes and talks to Tasha and Jeremiah and asks them who would they like to go against, to which Tasha answers and says she wants Michelle and Coriel. And she says for no other reason than she said their name before, so she might as well just go against them. Tori says she'll see what she can do, which to me already was like, what you mean you see what you can do? You have the power to do that. So it already sounded kind of weird because Ed had said he was going to let her choose whoever she wanted to choose. He didn't care. So she already knows that, and she's like, "Well, I'll see if I can do it." That already sounded shady.
Should never even went in there then in the first place and asked her.
We'll see what happens from there. Right after that, pretty much we're into the elimination. So Tori and Ed, they decide to throw in Berna,
which was a surprise. I mean, I guess it didn't come out of nowhere because Devin put that in Tori's head, but I really thought that.
And Berna had been feeling a little nervous the whole episode.
And I was like, what is she feeling nervous for? I didn't hear her name getting thrown around. But we don't know everything.
And to no surprise, Coriel's voted in as well.
Leave him alone.
So it ends up having Tasha and Jeremiah versus Berna and Coriel. But wait, TJ, with another one of his twists, looks at Big T.
And Devin called this.
Devin called this elimination. Well, I thought it was weird, but he did call it. He looks at Big T. He says, Big T, you don't have a partner. Since Tommy has left, tonight is going to be a woman's elimination. So the men are safe. So it's Berna versus Tasha only. Coriel and Jeremiah, they go back up. They safe.
So happy. This elimination is called Slipping Up. This looks so hard. So there's two big V structures, and then they have a bunch of poles that they have to build a ladder out of. All the poles are different sizes, so it's all about strategy, trying to figure out which ones you got to use first. Save the longer ones for last. They were kind of building as they climbed up, but the poles were so slippery, it was not stable at all. So it's like every time they tried to take a step, the pole would fall, they would fall, and then they would have to kind of get back up and start over again. So then you had to climb to the top where there was a bell and ring the bell.
Man, this was annoying. I mean, I tell you, this was so annoying because they were slipping. Like, you would just be climbing up, a one pole would fall, you got to try to replace that. Get back down. The people would fall. Burner got hit in the nose or in the mouth by one of the poles.
She cut her nose.
She was messed up. It was just really bad. It was annoying. They were just playing it back to back. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little irritated.
It went on for, they said, over an hour of this.
They went on commercial break though and came back and I didn't even know that it went on for over an hour. But guess what? I need to be watching the condensed version because this was getting on my nerves. And I do this sometimes. They'll like stretch an elimination out a little too much. I think this is one of those times where it was just getting on my nerves. I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this.
Yeah, but it was like, it looked like in the beginning that Berna was going faster, but then as time went on, then it looked like Tasha was. So I feel like it was interesting for me to watch it all because it really looked like Tasha was getting, she was going slow. Berna was freaking out, but she started off so well. But then it took a turn as usual. When you see somebody doing so good, most of the time, they're not even going to be the one to end up winning. Berna, I don't know what happened. Everybody was cheering her on.
But wait a minute. So, really the cheers. So, Nelson was in Berna's corner, the loudest person. Berna, do this, do that. And in Tasha's corner was Ashley. And even Kyle was like, you hear one ear, you hear Nelson, the other ear, you hear Ashley.
Like, I love you, Berna. Don't go home.
And Ashley just like, go to hell or whatever. She was just going.
F you, Nelson.
She was just like, get it, Josh.
I know.
It looked at different times like both of the female competitors were going to win. They did a good job at that. I just thought it was going on for too long. But could only be one winner.
And that winner, unfortunately, was Berna. I really wanted Tasha to get this. I thought she had it. And
man, for Nigeria.
Yeah, but Berna grew up in a circus, and she's an air acrobat. So it was kind of like she kind of had to win, I guess. Otherwise, she wouldn't be living up to what she does, I guess. TJ really liked Tasha. So she's the only person that he said to that I hope or I know we're going to see you in the future, or whatever he says to people. So hopefully she does come back.
Before she left, though, she went in on Tori.
Yeah,
called
right
her fake.
before she left.
Why, you came to my room, asked me who I wanted. You fake. This is what you wanted. She wouldn't even let Tori explain herself. She was done with it. She was happy everybody else. Said she loved everybody else. Did a little farewell dance. Was out, but Tori, she let you know it's no love for you. She said when she come back, it's on. She
is fake. She deserved that. But Tori was confused because she said she really liked Tasha, so she doesn't understand what that was about. But I mean, you did go up to her and ask her who you wanted. And then just if you weren't gonna do it, then don't even come to me acting like that you're gonna make it happen and you're not.
So winner's choice. Barney gets to choose if she wants to stay with her partner CT, or if she wants to steal somebody else's partner or take Jeremiah, who's now partnerless. She decides to stay with CT. Yay. So yeah, whatever. Because of that, Jeremiah's without a partner. Since Big T was already without a partner, she put them together. Now they're partnered up. Burner's still in the house. Tasha is gone. Boo-hoo, sad. I actually am sad because I did like Tasha. I wanted her to stick around a little bit longer. But we got plenty of episodes left. Really doing a really good job of setting up storylines that will come up later. The vet rookie thing has been acknowledged now by TJ. Has been acknowledged now by the rest of the rookies.
TJ spoiling their whole entire
messing the game up,
or whatever you call it. I think he has a secret camera or something, because I think he knows what's going on in the house, because he always knows what's going on.
TJ don't need a secret camera, Brittany. They got cameras all over there, all in their face.
But TJ, is he just sitting there watching them though?
He probably got access to it. He be knowing all the drama in the house.
He knows everything that happened. Talking about you guys sending these rookies down. Now they know what they're doing.
But it's a little too late because the vets have the numbers.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens on with that going further. We gave you our thoughts, but the better question is, what are your thoughts? What did you think about tonight's episode? What did you think about the elimination? Were you happy with who went home? Or what do you think is going to happen next week? What do you think is going to happen overall in this season? And who do you want to win and be the challenge champion for season 37? Please tell us all of that, plus anything else you want to let us know in those comment sections. Let us know.
Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Like I said, we have more different content on the way as well. Go to my YouTube channel, Brie Lamode, and subscribe there for all your hair, makeup, beauty, fashion on that channel.
Yes, of course. And if you want to check out my podcast, the Wackcast Podcast, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wack Entertainment. You can also catch the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. We talk about daily activities, pop culture, a little bit of everything else with our Wack wisdom. That's our opinions on things. So go ahead and get that a listen to and talk Wack to me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Now we are off the air.
Off the air.
Bye. See you next time.
Peace. You got a handshake?
What did we do last time?
I don't know.
You just made up something, but you didn't even show me. You just...
I didn't do nothing for
Yes,
real.
you did.
I didn't do nothing serious. It wasn't nothing I was really thinking about. We'll have it next time.
We keep lying. We keep saying we're going to have it. We never do. All right. The queen is out.